We're here at Lime Rock Park, Connecticut. It's 2 Fridays ago, and it's ALMS Racing. Thought it'd be a cool way to come back from our hiatus. BMW Motorsport is back here at Lime Rock, fighting for the ALMS GT Championship. It's the midpoint of the season. And we're gonna get an up-close look at the team. That's this week's Shakedown. It's good to be back. I'm here with one of the mechanics on the 90 car, Doug Muller. Okay, Doug, all the race fans, they know about what goes on with the racing team. What I'm really looking for is to have you share with me, what do you do with that car as a mechanic, and what are you thinking about?
Mainly work on making sure it's prepared, it's going to last, it's put together, it'll pass tech, things like that, and then going through the pit stop stuff, always going through that in our heads, making sure we are maximizing our potential there. We work off work lists, we stay organized that way. We generally get back from one race, we have a work list to go to, and we prepare the car to that list, and also keep an eye out for anything else that might be coming down the pipe. I think you have to look around.
Okay.
You can't just, if you have tunnel vision, you're going to miss other things. You have to be wary of anything that might pop up.
That carbon fiber piece that looks like it's part of the chassis is not. It's an air exhaust chimney. That chimney is venting hot air from the exhaust system and exiting near the new rear mirrors. The mirrors are aerodynamic style to suck the air from that chimney, take the heat out of the car. Dirk Muller, BMW driver. What are you concentrating on when you're driving the race car?
I think right now we're talking about 2010 Miracle Mile Championship, and the competition is so extremely high. I really tell you that you need to be spot on. In the past, probably it was enough that you do one quick lap, over the weekend in qualifying and kind of a decent job in the race.
I know enough that a lap is supposed to flow, but are you literally connecting the dots? Are you looking at, well, here's my break point? Are you doing that type of mental math, or is it coming naturally and you're thinking about something else?
That's right.
Okay.
I mean, that is the kind of talent we are talking about in motorsport, which you have to need in your gene. I mean, for me, there's always 2 types of racing drivers. One, I would say that's like me. I'm like a field driver, so if I get asked, hey, where's your braking mark? And I'm like, around 300. And it could be 280, it could be 330. It's just, I'm braking when my body tells me to brake.
I'm with Jay O'Connell, the VP of Technology for all of this BMW racing team, BMW Motorsport, Ray Hall Letterman. I know the car's evolved. You know it's evolved from last year to be a more competitive piece. What are you concentrating on to make all this work the way you know it should?
Well, we're constantly focused on trying to make the car faster, which means more grip, more acceleration, more deceleration, and get more out of the tires. So it's a process of getting the tires better and the car better, and maximizing all the components to work the tire as hard as possible to get the most grip out of the product. We're constantly trying some new suspension pieces to change the camber gain, change the roll center heights, change the swing arm lengths, all of which control how the tire is presented to the track. Certainly more downforce is always better, push harder on the tire, but then also control the behavior of the tire by adjusting the suspension geometry.
You've got a lot of telemetry, real-time telemetry now.
Right, yep.
Work with all the data. How much of it is you thinking about interpreting the data versus it spitting out the answer? What really goes on there?
We look at the data after the session, and for example, as we changed the body style and the body package, we looked at the average ride heights on the straightaways at a certain speed before and after, and thereby getting an assessment of, is there really more downforce, is the car lower, and what's the pitch attitude of the car in the turns and at different points on the track.
A scale of 1 to 10, how badly do we want to win here?
Oh, we really want to win here, especially at BMW sponsored track. BMW's won here before in other chassis in the past, so it'd be really important to win here.
Well, I appreciate your time, but the correct answer was 11.
Yeah, right, 11. Thanks.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yeah.
We heard a lot from the BMW guys about the connection between the race car and the race tire. So obviously it makes sense to talk to someone from Dunlop. We're here with Phil Plater from Dunlop Tire. So talk to me a little bit about that coordination, the fact of you working with the engineers to make these tires work for that car.
Sure, it's a big team effort. We can't do our job without their inputs. They can't do it without You know, we turn up with a couple of truckfuls of tyres, and then we make whatever we've got work for the conditions, for the track.
Between sessions or during that session, what were you thinking about? What were you focused on?
Well, we're just making sure tyre pressures and the type of compound we use is ready to go, ready for the track, ready for that condition.
Were you making adjustments during that session, even though it was short?
Oh yes, yeah. The team, the tyre, the engineers, the whole lot. So what we've got is a left and right side of a tyre, and you can see, if you look real close, there's a little bit of wear, front side, back side, hardly anywhere. So the tyre works differently both sides.
End of the day Friday at Lime Rock Park, a rainy day. Qualifying just ended. It was a struggle for the team to get the Dunlop rain tires to work in these conditions. A lot of changes thrown at the car. The team worked really, really hard. They went to the extreme of disconnecting the rear stabilizer bars to get it soft enough to get it to bite. Now this is Friday, and you're watching this August 6th. We don't know the results. If the race day Saturday was a wet day, it would still be hard work to fight for the best finish they could. If it's a dry race, then you know what happened. They probably were closer to the front. I want to thank BMW for inviting us in. We saw a great race car, F1 technicians, committed crew, close racing. Thanks again at Shakedown. You got to pass the car. Let's start with driving the car. When you're going around Lime Rock, what are you thinking about?
Well, I'm just thinking about of BMW. No, just kidding. Well, I mean, yes. I think right now we are talking about 2010 Miracle Mall Championship, and the competition is so extremely high.